Kempluto was hit, the Indian Navy diverted an aircraft and flew over the ship and contacted the crew. Later, a warship also made its way to the site, the INS Mormugaon. This is a new ship, a guided missile destroyer. The drone strike did not lead to significant damage, so the Kempluto resumed its journey to Mumbai, this time under escort of an Indian Coast Guard vessel called Vikram. Vikram is accompanying the Kempluto to Mumbai. The US too was monitoring these developments. And on Saturday, the Pentagon blamed Iran for the attack. It's a very serious allegation. The US statement says the drone was launched from Iran. It was a one-way attack drone. If the US has any intel, American planes
lions.
and tensions between the two are growing. The latest bone of contention is the rebels in Yemen. They're targeting commercial ships. Since November, the Houthis have attacked more than 10 ships all over the war in Gaza. The Houthis say they're punishing Israel for it. And Iran supports the Houthis, also gives them drones and missiles.
Past weekend saw 4 attacks against 3 separate commercial vessels operating in international waters in the southern Red Sea. We have every reason to believe that these attacks, while they were launched by the Houthis in Yemen, were fully enabled by Iran.
The attacks were confined to the Red Sea, but Saturday's incident indicates an escalation. It happened in the Arabian Sea, miles away from the Red Sea. And if the American claims are true, Iran was directly involved. And like I said before, Iran has rejected that claim. It has also responded to the US. Listen to this.
Yemen has officially declared its possession. Its official spokesman of its Yemeni government Yemen's move is really and completely a Yemeni move in support of Gaza, and this American accusation about involvement in the recent Navy attack is a baseless accusation against the Islamic Republic.
On Sunday, there was another attack on another Indian ship, the MV Sai Baba. It had 25 crew members, all of them Indians. The Sai Baba was operating in the Red Sea. This vessel too was headed towards India. It was struck by a drone. The ship issued distress calls. A US warship responded, the USS Laboon. Again, no casualties were reported, but the repercussions are wide-ranging. There could be casualties beyond human life. The Indian economy itself could be impacted. And we've talked about this. The Red Sea is an important trade route, the shortest link between Asia and Europe, with ships passing through the Suez Canal. Every year, goods worth more than $1 trillion, more than $1 trillion pass through the Suez. This route is vital for the Indian economy. 20% of India's exports pass through. I have some estimates for this year. In 2023, crude worth $105 billion, merchandise exports worth $106 billion, and imports worth $98 billion passed through the Suez. This is the kind of money at stake. And shipment costs are already mounting. And with these attacks, the cost of insurance has shot up by anywhere between 10 to 15 lakh rupees at this point, or $12,000 to $18,000. Also, many ships are avoiding the Red Sea to take longer routes. So time and fuel costs have both increased. According to some estimates, shipping times have gone up by 2 weeks. Freight costs are up by 30 to 40%. And who will bear this additional cost? The exporters will pass on the burden to buyers as prices of some products will increase, like crude, palm oil, cereal, machinery, electrical goods, auto components, apparel and textiles. So if these attacks continue, you will feel the pinch. Although there is some good news today, Maersk is a major shipping company. It will go back to the Red Sea route. It is relying on the US Coalition for Safety, the coalition of 20 countries called Operation Prosperity Guardian. That's what they're calling it. They announced it last week. These countries will patrol the Red Sea to secure the shipping lanes. The Houthis have a warning for them.
We will not stand idly by if the Americans are tempted to escalate further and commit foolishness by targeting our country or weakening our. We will respond to any American target, and we will make American battleships, inches, and navigation a target for our missiles, drones, and military operations.
The Houthis say they will now target American ships. And this can only mean one thing. This crisis is getting bigger. The Red Sea attacks are a byproduct, the result of the war in Gaza, one that keeps escalating. Yesterday night was among the deadliest yet. Israel targeted a refugee camp in Gaza. This is Maghazi in central Gaza. It is located around 10 kilometers from Gaza City. The strike began hours before midnight. It continued well into Christmas Day. Last we checked, around 18 people were killed, 80, including 12 women and 7 children. You can imagine the horror. It's cold and dark. Most families have put their children to sleep. Suddenly, missiles dropped around.
It is all targeting civilians. We are all targets. There is no safe place. We were displaced from Gaza. They told us to get out and go to a safe place in the center. We came to the center, and in the center, we were martyred.
Heartbreaking. Most Gaza hospitals are dead with the lights off. Imagine getting dozens of patients in the middle of the night. It's a hopeless situation. This moment extends damage. Dozens of bodies lying outside the hospital, all of them wrapped in white cloth bags. These people had nothing to do or with nothing. They were refugees in a temporary shelter. So why did Israel attack them? Well, their military says this incident is being reviewed, that Israel is committed to protecting civilians. I'm afraid it's a weak defense now, because Maghazi was not the only target. Israel also hit Rafah and Khan Yunis, again, so-called safe zones. So I guess the message is simple and clear. All of Gaza is now fair game. The only question is, for how long? This weekend, US President Joe Biden spoke to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. We know Washington is unhappy with Israel's strategy, but did Biden push for a change? He says he did not ask for a ceasefire. Meanwhile, Netanyahu says he doesn't take orders from the US.
I've seen false publications claiming that the US prevented and is preventing us from operations in the region. This is not true. Our decisions in the war are based